Monday.
Is it?
Monday the 4th of May. We should not forget that.
Yes, of course.
It's Monday the 4th of May, and we completely forgot this morning because I said, oh, it's a May bank holiday day today.
And do you know how I remembered?
How?
May the 4th be with you.
Yes, May the 4th is our wedding anniversary, and I'm terrible at remembering dates, but on our wedding he said, I will never forget this day because I will always remember May the 4th be with you. So that kind of reminds us now, doesn't it? But we forgot all about it till this morning.
But remembered as soon as we woke up.
Yeah, we did remember as soon as we woke up, and we got a couple of messages from our friends wishing us happy anniversary. So yes, busy day today, been to work, got lots of parcels to post. Most of it is from my eBay shop. There's been a rush on educational learning clocks, so all the parents must be teaching their kids how to tell the time. What else have I been selling a lot of? Oh, medals, lockdown medals, just as little mementos for people who've experienced the lockdown. They want to give their children a medal for being so good. So we're going back home now, and his lordship was cooking the other day, and he wanted to use our food mixer, which we've had for a while, and it wouldn't work properly. It fell to bits. So he says, right, I'm not having that, I'm going to buy a new one. So he's bought himself a new food mixer. He hasn't tried it out, but he's promised himself he's going to make a tea loaf.
A tea loaf today?
Tea loaf, yes. Today. Oh, are you going to make it today? Yeah. Anyway, a lot of you were telling me about the Bureau books, how the fact that we've mentioned the Bureau books, that you actually love the fact that you've all been seeking them out. And apparently there are, I can't remember what they were. I think there's been 41 editions, and I think that's every time there's 100,000 being sold, then it's one edition. So if you have one of the first ones, you will have the first edition.
We've got a 19th.
A 19th edition ours, yes. So that means there was 9, I can't remember one. I can't remember.
Would be 190,000.
190,000.
Or was it 1.9 million? Is it every 100,000?
No, it was 100,000.
1.9 million.
I'll put a little bit here to show you what ours says. It seems I've triggered a few of you to invest in a Bureau flower book. I don't know how much it is now. This one is the one that I bought. I bought one for my kids when they went off to university. It's coming. Yes, university. It's coming off the page of the thing, the hinges there. But what it says at the bottom is it tells you a bit about the history, and it was started up in Newcastle, which is the northeast of England. And eventually it was taken over by another pastry company. Two of his top selling products were baking powder and self-raising flour under the brand name Bell's Royal. And I didn't realise that Bureau is Bell's Royal. And in the early 1920s, self-raising flour was a novelty and one of the first convenience foods. In a bid to promote Bureau self-raising flour, exhibitions were held where freshly baked scones, pastries and cakes were sold for £1 to visitors. That's 5p our money. They were so popular that people insisted they had the recipes. No. Yes, that's right. They were so popular that people insisted they had recipes to allow themselves the pleasure of baking these dishes at home. As a result, this little book was produced and handed out free at exhibitions. The first Bureau book was produced in 1923 and contained 19 pages. It has now grown to 86 pages and has reached its 40th edition. Over 38 million copies have been sold since its launch in 1923, making it arguably the best-selling cookery book of all time. In this, the 40th edition, we have added a brand new section that is ideal for today's busy lifestyles and quick and easy, called Quick and Easy. Now this is, as I say, this is about 20 years old, so I don't know what we're up to now. But what it says here, if I can find, where does it tell us? Well, they just said this is the 40th edition, but on the front it says 40th edition. And Look, he's even got a bit of flour on. Now, you've got to have a little bit of flour, or you've got to have a well-worn page so that you know that you've been using it. This is a very old one. This was my mother's. And this is a very old one. This was how it started when they first used to make it. See the difference? This was brown and white. And in this, it tells you the story about a little bit about Biro flour. 17 million copies have been distributed, and that's since 1923. Now here, it says this is 19th edition and 19th million. So I would imagine every edition has a million added to it. So if this one is the 40th rather, then it has had 38 million copies. So it's the 40th edition is for when it gets up to 40 million. So that's really, really good. So these are well sought after, and they, obviously the old one, they were all dark brown and white pages. The newer one, they added colour to it, so you can actually see what you were making, and there's savouries and sweet things in here. So his lordship has started a tea loaf, but apparently he has to soak the which one is it he's doing? Tea loaves. I'm not sure which one he's doing, but apparently you have to soak the currants and raisins in tea overnight, so that's what he's doing. And then the tea loaf will be cooked tomorrow. So those are the two Biro books that we have. And then, having done a great deal of sewing, I cut sorry, I've got my fingers in the way. I cut a jacket out ages ago, and finally I had it all cut out with the pattern and everything, and I started sewing it, but my machine's gone funny, and I think the upper thread keeps snapping at the needle, but I believe it's the bottom shuttle that needs replacing, the shuttle case that holds the spool, because that's rattling around like that, and I think it's quite worn. So I've got a new one on order, hopefully that's coming soon, and then I'll be able to get my jacket finished. A lot of you were asking me about how I dye clothes, so I'm going to show you how I dye clothes in the washing machine, how I dye fabric in the washing machine, so I'll let you see that. I've taken delivery of some fabric from Spoonflower, because for Easter presents, he gave his two children, why is it all, it's all red, hang on. His two grandchildren, he got chocolate Easter eggs for them, his three grandchildren. But for me, I bought one of them. My two granddaughters are into Stranger Things, which is a TV program, and the oldest one wanted a poster for Stranger Things for Easter, so I got that organised and got it delivered. And the youngest one wanted what did she want? Oh, she wanted an 11. Is it 11? I don't know, I don't watch the programme, but she wanted an 11 costume. I think it's 11. And it's a girl called 11, I think. And she wears this costume. So I was looking at it to see what it was like. And it was £28, and it's like a cosplay costume, but it's made of satin, and it's made in China. And I thought, oh, that's going to fall to bits, a bit like these dressy up clothes. So I found the same fabric in Spoonflower. This is the fabric that I got from Spoonflower. It's going to be made into a shirt. I've got a meter, and it's been printed. I've just washed it, and so busy drying it. The pattern that I'm going to do is Simplicity 4760. The shirt type that the girl wears, is something like that one. So it's something like view A. So I shall do that. I actually have some. She actually wears trousers as well, so I have some black fabric. I might make some trousers. Probably better to make leggings, because she's very fussy on what she wears. At first, when I ordered, I thought, oh, this would be quite a nice shirt to make for husband, but it's a bit too It's a lovely pattern, but I just can't imagine seeing him wear a shirt like that. In fact, I can't see him wearing a shirt full stop. He used to wear a shirt years ago when he used to drive up and down the country selling educational software. But I rarely see him in a shirt, so this will be used for this and nothing else. I actually thought I was going to try and save myself buying this pattern because I thought I had a pattern very similar, but sadly no. When I checked, there wasn't anything that would that I had that would match. Ordered a meter. I've got a pattern for a little. It's a shirt type thing, so I've got a pattern and I'm going to cut her a little shirt out and give her that. And apparently she wears braces with it, so I've got a set of child's braces that I got off eBay second hand, and she has to wear a blindfold come hairband, so I shall make the blindfold come hairband for her. Do not ask why it's a blindfold come hairband. Don't ask. I'm not going to ask either.
Is this Alexa?
This is Alexa, yes, the little one. She gets quite into her role play and stuff that she does. So it's a lovely day. It hasn't been that nice lately. We've had rain and pretty awful, I think. Must be awful for a lot of parents with kids who can't get out. But the weather's got a bit better. Hoping on Wednesday that we're going to have a little barbecue for our evening meal. Not sure if that'll work, but we'll see. It'll work. And what else can I tell them? Cupboard under the stairs is tidy now. Woohoo! We can get in and see everything now, can't we?
Yeah. But they cancelled a load of marathons and we decided to create a marathon called Clearing Out Under the Stairs.
Yes.
That has been a marathon.
It has, yes. But he's been listing some of the things on eBay and he keeps running downstairs and saying, oh, I've made a sale, I've sold this much and I've sold that. Oh, isn't that good? There are people going around picking up the litter on the side of the road, which is really nice. Nice to see that. And so he's quite chuffed he's made a sale. Several sales, yeah.
Several.
You gave up on the CDs though, didn't you?
No.
Gave up on the CDs because the CDs weren't the amount of money you got for them. It wasn't worth the hassle.
There was a David Bowie live CD that I had on a gold. It was a gold one, which apparently is quite unusual. And I went on eBay to see what they were selling for, and they were going like for 45, 50, 55 pounds. So I thought, oh, lovely, we'll have this one. So I put it up for £38, right? Thinking somebody will snap that up for a bargain. It's been up 10 days now.
Nobody wants it. Oh, never mind.
So I'm off CDs.
He's gone off the CDs. He's been selling other things. I don't know what he's been selling.
Well, some guitar hangers.
Oh, he had some hangers for his guitars, which he sold.
Sold the auto harp.
And he sold an auto harp. And can't remember what else. But anyway, he's quite happily listing things on eBay to get rid of, to clear it out.
Nice acoustic guitar up at the moment, if anybody fancies. Beats sewing.
What do you mean it beats sewing? Cheeky monkey. My arm's hurting holding that phone up. I'll have to get something to keep a hold of it. Anyway, I think we're going to go because it says that the battery's about ready to go, and I'm not doing very well holding this phone in the right place. So
I thought you had a holder.
I have, and I've left it at home. Oh, look at all these doggies. Look at all these doggies. This is Cavalier King Charles time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I used to have Cavalier King Charles. They're lovely dogs. I'd love to have another dog, but
You've got 2 cats. But you've already told them that story.
yeah. Anyway, we'll catch you later.